You have no idea the amount of ignorant mess we're about to get into right now.
Hello, welcome to a brand new episode of Black on Black Cinema. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hey.
Terrence.
What's up?
And special guest, Erica.
Hi.
All right, guys, we're back. This is episode 139, Nappily Ever After. So this is the story, this is the 2018 American romantic comedy directed by Haifaa al-Mansour, who is the first female director from Saudi Arabia, which is just, again, a very interesting...
First?
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
As in the very first.
As in, we just let you drive. So maybe you can make a movie.
goddamn.
By the way, she moved out of Saudi Arabia immediately. Smart. But this is starring Sanaa Lathan as a perfectionist who thinks she's going to get married. Her hair is a very big part of her look. She gets dumped or breaks up with her boyfriend, and then shaves her head and goes on this sort of introspective journey. So, Erica, you are the special guest, so I will defer to you first. What did you think of this movie?
I thought the movie was actually good. The storyline made sense. The only thing I thought was just interesting of how, and we'll talk more about it, how and why she shaved her head. But I think there was a good storyline with the plot. The dynamic with her and the ex-boyfriend and the new guy were good. The background history of her and why she was a perfectionist was good. They rolled that in really nicely with her mom, and her mom being an ultra perfectionist, just bougie, straight up bougie. And so it was a really good storyline. The ending was unpredictable, which was good. Took me by surprise. I thought the ending would be different. But overall, it was good. And they really talked about her struggle of going natural, which was interesting and good for people who aren't familiar with women going natural, or Black women going natural. So I thought overall it was a good movie.
All right, Micah.
I enjoyed it. It was solid. A couple of characters do some stupid things, in my opinion, which I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Like, your reasoning doesn't make sense,
right,
Ricky. But but for the most part, I enjoyed it. It was a nice, easy watch. I enjoyed it, man. Sanaa Lathan is really good. What's his name? Lyric Bent.
Yeah.
He's okay. I really like the dynamic between Sanaa Lathan and the young actress that played the daughter.
Zoe.
Yeah, her name is Daria Johns. And Ernie Hudson, guys.
Yeah.
Ernie Hudson.
Big dick Ernie Hudson. Ernie Hudson has actually had a pretty good career post Ghostbusters, right? Because a lot of people only really know him from that. But he's also in Grace and Frankie, too, which is a pretty popular show on Netflix.
Yeah, it's a funny show.
It's actually pretty good. It's one of those shows that's on in the background, and it's like totally fine, and then you kind of catch something, you go, oh, that was kind of a nice little part. But it's not like, you got to hard sit down and watch it. But it's good. It's actually pretty good. Yeah. And it's about like old ladies. It's the Golden Girls, but with like sex toys. It's freaking weird. Like, but it's good. So Terrence, what were your thoughts?
When it came on, remember I texted you guys yesterday?
Yeah.
And I was like, did y'all watch Nappily Ever After? I was like, I don't.
And remember when I told you when I got that text from Terrence, I said,
Not gonna like it.
yeah.
Like, it was getting there. like for real, I'm like, I don't like any of these fucking characters, I don't.
How far were you into the movie when you
It was
texted?
like 25 minutes.
Oh, boy.
I was like, But as it went, I was like, okay, I have to watch it for the show. And then as it went on, I'm like, okay, I'm warming up to it. And by the end of it, I'm like, it was cute. It was nice. It was sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sanaa Lathan's fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
So is a friend.
Yes. Which one? I don't know if your 12.5% is roaring up or not.
I have serious issues with overbearing mothers in movies. They drive me fucking crazy.
Is one of your issues the fact that they're all played by Lynn Whitfield?
That maybe like I cannot stand that. Like
That's a trope.
it's a trope, and they just played it. My issue in the beginning. Well, we'll get into it, but overall, it was fine.
Yeah.
Like it was hard for me to get into because like they talking about hair. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
That's why you're here.
Yeah, that's why you're here because she's like, that's a lot, yo. That's a lot of work. That's a lot. I'm not like, nah, just get up in the morning, throw water in my hand, comb that shit, and walk out the door. I'm not trying to.
Less than that.
Hot combs through it, and just literally burning your hair straight. Like, that's crazy, man. I mean, I get it, but at the same time, I don't. But it was cool. It was fine. By the end of it, I'm like, I'm happy I finished it.
Okay.
3 out of 5.
Okay.
2.5, 3 out of 5.
Okay.
For me.
Look, so for me, I liked the movie. I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was, like you said, I thought it was cute. It presented what I would argue is a very serious topic in a light way, but I was hoping it was going to dig in a little bit deeper into sort of the issues that come with the sort of, I don't want to say political, but it is kind of political, like the political side of black women and their hair, right? Which is the politicizing of their hair, not so much them doing it to themselves. And just maybe some historical issues and things like that, which are very obvious topics. But I'd like to see them get into it. And I think what ended up happening, now I haven't read the book that it's based on either. So, take that for what it's worth too. But I don't know if it is because the director isn't black that she doesn't fully get those kind of sides of it, if that makes sense, right?
I think there were underlying historical issues when they tried to explain to Zoe why she was natural.
Right.
So they didn't, it wasn't blatant, but it was there through the father.
Right. It's like light touches.
Explain to Zoe why she's natural and why her hair isn't straightened, or the self-esteem issues that Violet had with going bald. I think it was there. It wasn't. Because it was I guess you would categorize it as a romantic comedy.
Yeah, definitely.
I guess it wouldn't go deeper into the political aspects. I mean, Will did a great job of explaining why black women struggle with their natural hair being natural. And I think that was their way of explaining it.
Yeah, that's as deep as they got.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. And that's my expectation. Not so much that the film failed, but that was like, I was hoping that they were going to go like, I mean, you don't need to have like a super like people in berets and afro like section of the movie. I don't need that, but it felt like it was a really light touch on that to keep it like pretty, like just keeping it light. Just keeping it light. We don't get too deep.
On the surface.
Do you think part of that is because the writer is a white man?
Right?
Yes, I didn't know that.
The director's right man or the author?
The director is a Saudi woman. The guy who wrote the screenplay is Adam Brooks.
Is he Jewish?
Brooks.
Yeah. Is he related to Mel Brooks?
But what about the book itself? Trisha, she's black. So
I haven't read the book either, but I'm going to assume it was a black
woman.
female
I mean,
author.
I
would hope.
Right. But at the same time, like, I would hope that she would, and maybe she was consulted, right? Maybe she was consulted for the screenplay.
But like any other book that's turned into a movie, you're not going to be able to gather everything from the plot.
Right.
And it could easily be that as a screenwriter, he, as a white guy, he doesn't just get certain things. He might just blow them off as like, oh, that little thing was said and it's not that important in the book, but it's incredibly important. So I haven't read the book. I don't know how woke Adam Brooks is, but I would argue probably not as aware of black women's issues with hair as a black woman would be. So, just that being said, that was one of my that was a hope that I had. But otherwise, I thought the movie was pretty good. I thought Sanaa Lathan was great. She was convincing as a ridiculous perfectionist, and she was also convincing as a beautiful woman. I found that to be more than convincing. Not to be a scumbag about it, but
no, especially with a bald head, because most women don't look good with bald heads. It's all about the shape of your head. So if you have a funny shaped head and you go bald, it's like
I dated a woman. I dated a woman back in college who shaved her head. Didn't bother me at all. Nope, she had the head for it, so it was fine. It worked out.
And that's her father said that in the movie. He's like, you got the head for it.
Yeah, well, you didn't have all the dents and shit. Like that's not a good look. But yeah, overall, I thought it was. I thought it was good. It's again, it's not breaking any new ground, but I thought it was a good movie. Like I dug it, and I'm glad Sanaa Lathan actually shaved her head for the role, which I thought was pretty powerful.
Yeah.
I remember when those pictures first came out.
I know, I did too, and I thought it was for an action flick or an alien flick.
Yeah.
We got to go after the aliens.
Yeah. So I was surprised that it was actually for this movie.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. But she did it, and look, it all worked out for her. Yeah, like there was no point in the movie where I was like, wow, she looks terrible. Not ever. Like at 0 points. I think my lowest point was like, I'm not really a fan with the blonde hair, but okay, now you're a 9. I get it. Sad. So yeah, no, but I enjoyed it. I did.
The film starts out in 1993 with Violet talking about how her mom wants her to be perfect in appearance, which right away, fuck you, mom.
Yeah.
Well, I have to back then, because growing up in the 90s and everything, and being from Florida in the pool, like you were hesitant, especially if
this
you
is
did
like
have a
this is your story.
relaxer,
Yeah,
you were hesitant to jump in the pool just because your mom would get on you about it. Now, if you knew you were going to a pool party, my mom would be like, all right, I know I'm going to have to do your hair after this. Go ahead and get your hair wet. Not like, okay, you're the only black girl, so therefore you got to stand and watch everybody else have fun in the pool, and you just got to look cute the whole time.
Yeah, that seems fucked up.
So yeah, it was kind of messed up there for that part. But yeah, most of the time, and unfortunately, that's why a lot of black women don't know how to swim. Because, they're afraid of getting their hair wet.
Yeah.
What's your excuse? What's your excuse?
That's my reason. I don't want to get my hair wet. It's very difficult getting a 1 all the way around.
Yeah.
It takes forever.
Now, I've seen what they think is ghetto fabulous.
Don't you cut your own hair?
Exactly.
It takes forever. A whole 20 minutes.
Well, I mean, holding the bowl and doing the hair.
Yeah. And then I've seen, the black girl in the pool and have the swimming cap on, or even worse, ghetto fabulous, shower cap. I've seen that before. And it's like, really? Shower cap's not going to protect you from
Oh, don't do that. Just don't do that.
So it's not uncommon for a black girl not to jump in the pool.
I didn't think this was uncommon at all.
Yeah.
Actually.
It was just over the top with what her mom did.
Yeah. To me, this also speaks to the idea of we're, larger. We're not allowed to be ourselves when everyone else is. And again, this was sort of my expectation, so I'm not going to hold it against the movie, but there's an argument to be made or a conversation to be had at this point off of this one point, which is white people are allowed to have the type of hair that they have. And society goes, yeah, ponytails, long, straight hair, whatever. But especially black women and black men to some degree too, if we decide to do dreads, we're seen as being, out of society, or
rebellious, or just
right, or black women with afros, or black men with afros, whatever. Especially black women, their hair is more politicized than ours ever is.
But I think sometimes we're harder on ourselves, like the mom.
I think that's true.
Mom fainted and was like, "Oh my gosh," and even her friend at the dinner table. We'll get to, I guess, the birthday party, commented about her mom when she had kinky hair or not straight hair.
Exactly.
So sometimes, especially in the professional world, a black woman may criticize another black woman for having natural hair versus someone who's white who's just like, oh, can I touch it? And you're like, no.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
But yeah, sometimes
but that's right. And that to me is just reinforcing white supremacist viewpoints, right? Because we absolutely can do it to ourselves because we're conditioned, sadly, to do that. So it's like when Lynn Whitfield's character, the mom, is like, oh, you need to be this way. It is black women being harder on themselves, granted. But to me, it's just them speaking white supremacist viewpoints of what beauty is, which is sad. And I mean, look, we're conditioned to it. Like, so I'm not going to be like, oh, Lynn Whitfield, like, yeah, it's fucked up, but I get it. I don't agree with it, but I get it.
Yeah. So the film is broken up into different chapters. Chapter 1 is called Straightened. It's 5 a.m. on Violet's birthday, and she gets up really early in the morning to get herself ready to go back to bed, so that when her man, played by Ricky Whittle, wakes up, he will be amazed.
What does this remind you of? I'm very
the Marvelous Miss Maisel.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what my wife said.
Yeah.
This was hilarious. So her mom, Violet's mom, comes in. We find out that the mom and the dad are estranged because the dad, played by Ernie Hudson, wants to be a male model.
That shit was so wild. Like, what?
It's so random,
Okay.
dude. It's so random. Go ahead, Ernie. Get your money.
Her mom straightens Violet's hair, and then Violet sneaks back into bed, right? So,
Like, look, like when I first started, I'm like, yo, this is over the top. This is fucking ridiculous right now.
But it's
And
not.
if this is gonna be like, huh?
But it's not like women do shit like
Well,
that.
I mean, they do.
in the
have-
in the
All
50s,
right, you
that
really-
was,
No,
have
okay.
you ever?
But so here's the thing. I think it's more.
by the way, for those who don't know, they're married, so yes.
You know, the first couple of times you spend night at a guy's house, you're afraid to take out the rag and wrap your hair. But after a while, you're like, bump it. You know, I'm going to wear the rag. You're going to accept it or not and keep it moving. You know, it's not like, oh, let me get up at 5 a.m., put my makeup on, and make sure
But
my hair
they've
is straight.
been
and
together
look.
for 2 years.
Exactly, and that was his whole issue, which is she was being too perfect, you know?
What the fuck is going? I'm
It's
like, yo,
not
this
that
is
serious.
insane.
Yeah.
But
And then,
I mean,
and then as it gets a little further on into the movie, they never really show his back. Like he comes off when she finally. Well, we'll get to that part, but when he's like, "I don't really know you,"
yeah.
she's like, "Get the fuck out." And then he's supposed to be seen as the bad guy, but we don't know anything about him. He's just a doctor.
No, but here's my thing. I was like, he's not wrong.
No, he wasn't. I
wasn't
agree with
wrong.
you. He
Yeah,
didn't
but
know
then
her.
later
She-
on in the movie, then like
Later on, he
left.
is
I'm
wrong.
like, what the fuck?
right?
Yeah.
His
It's very
character
strange.
doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
They should have just made him a villain from the jump, but they couldn't just in the way it was written.
So before we move on, like there was this one part where Clint wakes up and he's like, "Damn, baby, you fine. Let's get it on." And she's like, "All right, let's do it." And then he's trying to grab her by the head, and he's like, "Don't touch my head."
Like a couple times, it's like
Yeah, she was.
she's like, "No, let me get on
on
top."
top,
Yeah, and he was like, "All right,
exactly,
cool."
yeah.
And she was like, I'd be like, "Look, wherever you want my hands to be, they'll be there. That's fine.
So
You got it, Sanaa."
See-through lingerie on there.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
like,
I
okay.
noticed. So Violet, we see Violet at work, right? She's an advertising executive. She's doing her thing, and she is, this is basically to show that she is the it person at her job, right? After work, it's the day of her birthday party.
Oh, by the way, everyone is like staring at her.
Yeah.
And she's turning heads. She's doing look, she looks great. She looks great. But I'm not a fan of the white girl hair flip thing. Please don't do that. Like I don't it seems fake to me. It seems super fake to me.
I don't think it seems fake. I think like when your hair is straight, like I wear my hair straight sometimes. It's just natural. You want to just flip it, let everybody know. And see.
Yeah, let everybody know. See?
Yeah, it looks
You're trying to
good,
bring
you
attention
know?
to yourself.
Yeah. See, that's what it is. Yeah, it ain't no natural.
get
Like,
it.
oh, I'm just walking down the street. Oh no, it's watch this motherfucker. Like, bam.
Everybody's
Yeah.
watching them.
Yeah, see?
So.
Yeah.
I mean,
Look.
I'm sure people would watch you if you would have just do that to your head. Like, oh, I'm just shaping the bald head up.
No,
That's all.
yeah, I put a little passion fruit and guava or whatever bullshit. And just rub it on my head and have a really overly presumptuous kissing scene that didn't make any sense in the movie. But we'll get there. I was like, yo, this dude is like, slow down, dog. Anyway, go ahead.
On the day of the party, the party's that evening, Violet's hair gets wet. Some kid like hit her with a hose or something like
That
that.
kid was a dick.
Most kids are.
Yeah, I was
yeah.
like, congratulations in January.
Give it 10 years.
So
We all are.
her black friend hooks her up with someone at a salon run by Lyric Ben's character Will, right? So
And our black friend, by the way, is natural,
right, her black
is
friend
a-
is natural.
which I think is important.
So at the salon, we see a woman. A woman is completely distraught just after going natural, right? Like she goes up to Will and says, "What did you do to me, Will? Like my hair is so short, and the brothers want long hair." And Lyric Bent Will comes around and say, "The brothers want a woman that's real."
Why does he have a wife beater on? You're at work, dog.
I didn't even notice that. You're right.
See, it's subtle. They just want to like put the messages out there. But again,
I was like,
yo,
that's
he's
mad
touching
corny.
her in a way. Yo, you're way too presumptuous.
Yeah, you get
I'm like, yo, I'm a customer, dude.
He's a flirt. You know, he has to keep his
Yo,
customers.
Me Too movement, dog. Calm down.
Is that what the brothers want?
Long hair?
Bunch of long, straight white woman hair?
I think some do. I think some do.
I think
don't
it depends.
care.
I think they like the versatility too. You know, if sometimes it's straight, sometimes it's curly. But again, it goes to, you know, our culture and just wanting to be natural, or excuse me, straight hair all the time, long, straight, flowy hair. And with this woman, just like with Violet, there's different ways to transition. You can transition from straight to curly, natural, or you can do the big chop like she did. And sometimes the big chop is a shock to your self-confidence and how you're perceived in the world.
Absolutely. I have never cared. I literally have never cared. Like I said, I dated a woman with shaved head, as short as mine. I've dated women with long hair, you know, black, blonde, red. I just don't give a shit. Curly, natural. What? I don't care. I never understood the idea of caring so much about what someone else's hair is like that you're dating. Guys are like, no, my girlfriend or wife, they can't shave their head or they can't cut it short.
My girl got to look like a girl, or otherwise people will think I'm dating a dude, and then they'll think I'm gay, and then like, nah.
That's how it comes from. Yeah, I'm like, my wife right now, she has short hair. She got her hair short. She's not like, is it okay? Yeah, you're asking me for it. It's your head. Yeah. She looks great with long hair. She looks great with short hair. I don't give a shit. I don't know. And I understand historically, you know, all of the issues with it. But for me personally, don't care. I just don't care. Some people look good with short hair and some people don't. But no, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I've never cared. I have a preference, but I've never really cared. I love afros.
Okay. What's your preference?
Whatever you wearing. Whatever you wearing is my preference.
whatever you like.
I've always had an affinity for like natural hair, whether it be short, afros. It never
Nice
really mattered to me.
dodge,
But yeah, as long as I'm not paying for it.
Yeah, that's the big one.
That is the most honest fucking answer.
Because that shit costs a lot of money and it takes a lot of fucking time.
It was a lot of money.
They'd be like, how long were you in the salon? 3 hours? Like, nigga, that's crazy.
30 minutes to get a
30
haircut.
minutes to get a haircut, I'm done. Not even 30 sometimes.
Right.
15, 20. 3 hours? Yo, that's insane. I mean, I get it. And they say, I'll do it for myself. I'm like, you sit 3 hours in that chair for yourself. Okay. I believe you.
How long does it take you to get your hair done? Like this particular
Okay,
haircut.
so this style does take about 2.5 hours, which is actually short. That's short amount of time for, this is a faux locks, folks, that I'm wearing. And that's short. 2.5 hours. And
That's
when I get
short?
my hair, when I get my hair straightened, it's about 2 hours washed and blow dry and straightened. So yeah, it's about on average 2 hours, but this lasts a long time and everything.
See, there you go. Micah, how long does it take? 20 minutes, right?
20 minutes. If I feel like it.
Right, bowl cut, you done.
Yeah, just make sure the guard is on. Oh, guard's not on. All right, well.
I guess it's ball today. You're like, I have to go. I have to like plan the time, everything else. I have to make sure the guard is on. Like,
I got an appointment at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to be there till 12. Like, what?
Guys have it way easier.
Oh,
Yes, you guys do.
We do. We have it way easier.
You do.
Especially black men, as far as hair, we do have it way easier. Because we can just shave our heads. Like, at least, like, white guys might have a little bit of hard time. They're like, are you a racist or you have cancer? Like, they
But now it's not as often. You know, back in the day, it was if you had a shaved head and you were a white guy, you were just considered skinhead. Or,
Yeah, it was
but
not a
now
good
it's
look.
like cool, you know.
You gotta get a
white guys
flannel
like
shirt
bald
and a
head.
beard.
Yeah.
If you got a flannel shirt and a beard, you can rock a bald head.
Steve Austin and Bill Goldberg made it
Yeah.
cool to be a bald-headed white guy, not a racist.
I think they fuckily appropriated our look.
Fucking appropriate. You know what? I accept that. I 100%
I couldn't look. I tried for a minute recently.
To shave your head?
No, to let my hair grow. Like, because I wanted to see if I could get it like Terrence's length. I was like, yo, fuck this, man. My head is hot.
And his hats didn't fit right. I'm like,
My
what do you
hats-
mean? How they don't fit right?
No, they start to
you
they
got-
go from a
because
baseball
you
cap
put-
to a yarmulke. Like that's not a good look.
So I was like, nah, I'm just go ahead and cut my hair. Forget
Are you ever gonna shave your head? Have you started losing your hair?
No, I don't have a head for it.
No.
I don't know.
No.
Damn. Like,
I'm not shaving my head. He's
choice?
not shaving his.
Well, no, I think
Same
that's
thing.
fair.
What are you gonna
There
do?
you go.
Doing propecia or some shit? Like, what if you have no choice and you?
No.
You
I
just
would
go
not.
George Jefferson? The
If
shit?
my hair, if I was
Damn.
going bald, I would be bald already.
Yeah.
And if I get bald because of old age, I'll be old.
Well, how about a little bit of stress? How about an 18-year stress situation?
Gray hair. That's what I get.
Yeah,
I get grays.
yeah. And that kid gonna snatch that hair right off your head while you're sleeping. That's what they do. Get out of here.
Speaking of snatching hair out of heads, so Violet is sitting in the salon and she's making eye contact with this little girl who works at the salon. It's Will's daughter, Zoe. They get into a little tit for tat. And then Violet is just like, fuck you, Zoe. And
Well, she's really mean to this little girl.
Well, no. Mike was like, oh, this is not a big deal. I was like, actually, it is a big deal if you mix up relaxer with conditioner.
Oh, no. I'm saying before that. Like, she's kind of just a dick to her when she was just sweeping up. She's like, what you doing here with that mop on your head? I was like, damn.
Yeah, that was rude.
so it's Violet's turn, right?
We were still at the part of the movie where I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not enjoying anybody in this movie.
Yeah, because before she cuts her hair, she's a real...
She's an asshole.
Yeah, she's a real kind of an asshole. Yeah, she is.
So it's her turn to
That's what straight hair done.
get her hair done. And she's under the dryer and she's like, yo, it's dark and hell is hot. Like, I got to get out of here, right? Like,
She's at the Malcolm X scene. She got to try to run to the toilet and shit like,
And so she gets a wash and the stylist is pulling clumps of her hair out. And she's like, oh, it's not my fault. I used whatever Zoe gave me. And it turns out that instead of conditioner, they used relaxer. And I don't know what relaxer does or what it is or what, I don't know. But
it relaxed the hair right out of your
Yeah,
head.
relaxed it.
Yeah,
She was actually nice to just yell at the owner, Will, because I would have probably been like, look, I'm going to sue your ass
Goddamn.
for that. So,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
was actually nice about it, I think.
Yeah, nah.
Threw that little girl through a pane glass window.
Right.
Get out of here.
Violet swears up and down that Zoe did it on purpose.
You think she did?
I think she did.
I think she kind of did, yeah.
No, she did. She knew what she was doing.
And she was like, fuck this lady. Here you
She
go.
can read. She's old enough.
Right, I mean...
You want me to out the salon? You know the difference between a relaxer and conditioner.
Yeah.
I mean, I also think that, like, as far as the shampoo girl, maybe read the bottle before you put it in people's
Yeah,
head.
again, like,
Yeah, she
so
just-
two people, it went through.
I just feel like, okay, this is the stuff. Just considering that you're putting chemicals in people's hair that can just rip their hair right out of their heads. Like, feel like maybe
And
it's
the
a good
smell,
idea.
too. The relaxer has a certain smell, too.
Which, again, I don't get it. Like, I feel like we need to do good hair.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
I just
okay.
don't understand. Like,
There-
you're putting something in your hair that will, if you leave it in long enough, you will lose your hair. It'll start falling out.
That's
That shit
true.
is wild. Like, I just
Yeah,
don't.
but if you take it out early enough, the shit looks bald.
Yes,
So
it does.
that, so that's
depends
those
on
are the
what
things.
you're
that
doing.
go in.
Exactly.
It's like,
You gotta know who knows how to do it, and then you're
It's
good.
that risk reward. Nah, I don't want to take
Not
that
for
risk.
me. Could I rub relaxer just on my eye? I wouldn't even have to shave it. And it just the
And it
last
just
the last follicles just fucking fall. Because that'd be great, by
You
the
know,
way.
wax.
It's turtle wax. Yeah. I don't think
Doesn't
so.
Cat Williams, didn't he have a relaxer?
Oh, it's 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
His hair is luxury.
Too, Terrence.
Yeah, they do. And again,
That percentage is mad low. So don't try to put it on
I know
us.
Snoop probably
Him and
gets a
Snoop
relaxer.
Dogg. That's about it.
Yeah, nah.
That's true.
That's two dudes. There's like 9,000.
And one of them's crazy, so yeah.
So
Which one?
So Violet tells Will, "Look, you better find some weave." So we get to the next chapter called Weave. It's Violet's birthday party,
deal with
and
that
Violet, she's got a weave on, and look pretty good. Her boyfriend Clint makes a toast, and Violet thinks that Clint is about to propose, so she's super excited, right? Like,
Let me just quickly interrupt you. There's also, when she's sitting at the table, there was a small scene about her wearing the high heels, and those were like cutting into her foot, right? And she was
Yeah.
bothered by that, which I assume is to show yet another layer of doing something to look good that is uncomfortable. Getting a weave, getting
The other thing that I
all
don't
that shit.
get, high heels.
I get that.
Yeah, I get it.
I get it 100%.
I'm not
Keep wearing
I
them.
don't-
Oh, does it hurt? Good. It hurts. It's great.
I've never understood why high heels are seen as sexy.
You don't think they're sexy?
They're just shoes that look like you make your fucking feet hurt.
Yeah,
I'm trying to look out for y'all.
Nah, fuck
Y'all
that.
gotta win.
Don't listen to Terrence. Shut up. Shut up. Don't listen to this dude. This guy's garbage. Get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, it
Stop
is.
telling women what to do with their bodies. Stop trying to mansplain shoes to them. Let them be who they
Like, I
want to be.
want them to explain it to me.
I don't need an explanation. Just keep wearing it.
What is it?
You're
What is
working
the
out.
aesthetic?
It honestly,
Leg guy.
Huh?
It makes legs look really nice in your ass.
you're essentially working out your legs, and it sticks your ass out.
Yeah.
And also, it's just the style of them. There's so many different styles, and they look really good on with dresses, and make you look taller with outfit. You know, and yeah, sometimes they hurt, but sometimes they don't.
Yeah,
I'm
look.
not wearing them right now, but that's because I'm pregnant. But if I wasn't, I'd wear heels. Yeah, rock them.
Sure, my wife has an insane amount of high heels upstairs. And some days she's like, I'm not wearing these. Sometimes I'm like, why do you wear the ones that you know are going to make your feet hurt? That I don't understand.
Because those are the ones that look the best.
That's what she says.
So, like,
That's
what she says.
The better they look, the more
Exactly.
painful it's going to be for you.
Unfortunately,
Again.
yes.
What
So
the
that's why you
fuck?
only wear them at night.
I can't imagine being a woman, No.
She'll carry 2 pairs of shoes with her. Like,
Yes, you'll have a comfortable flats or something, and then switch
when
into
you
the
finish
heels.
fucking your feet up, you're going to put some flats on.
yeah.
Like that.
I just never understood.
It's
But
very
but again,
I mean,
I'm not here to tell women what to do. I am here to tell them to keep doing it.
Like, I will say in this scene here, after he gives her that box. And
So he gives her.
I get it.
He gives
That's all
her.
I'm saying.
Like Violet thinks that he's about to propose because she found a Tiffany's box hidden in their house, right? So he gives her this Tiffany box. He makes this big toast, and she's like, "Oh well, this is the happiest day of my life." And then he pulls out a dog collar, and is like,
No, this is wildly unacceptable.
Yes.
And then she's like, "What is this?" And then he pulls out another box, a bigger box. I don't know why they thought the ring would be in the bigger box.
Oh, it's a joke.
Yeah.
But she pulls out, I don't know what kind of dog that is. It's
a Chihuahua.
It's a dog. It's a Chihuahua, a black Chihuahua. And I'd be pretty pissed also if somebody gave me a dog for my birthday.
Note to
For
self.
obvious reasons.
Here's a dog, Micah. What the fuck am I going to do with this?
She's disappointed, but her mom tells her that Clint will propose eventually. Get your ass back out there, suck it up and deal.
And look cute.
Fuck you, mom.
Yeah, I just don't understand how you thought this was acceptable. Like, this is an acceptable gift?
Yeah.
Nah, dude.
Wasn't at all.
Like, so this whole dinner was for him to give her a fucking dog.
Right, come on.
That's
You
the
could
part I
have
was
given
like,
her another
what the
time,
fuck?
like
You
not
could've
at
gave it
dinner
to
with
me
everybody,
home.
with all your
In
friends
the
and
morning.
family there, knowing that she was expecting more. You could have gotten that at home later. Or
You a dog. Like, what the fuck am I going to do with a dog? I'm not even a dog person. Nigga, like, what are you... Okay.
Right.
All right.
Like, Shadow,
Cool.
if you don't go sit down some damn way.
After the party,
Stop it.
Violet and Clint talk, and Violet confronts Clint. Basically, their whole discussion is like, what's up, bro? And he's like, what? What's up? What's wrong? And she's like, I was expecting you to propose. He was like, well, I didn't know. You're so super perfect. Like, I don't know whether or not to propose to you because you're perfect. Basically, he's like, I don't know you. I don't know what you like. I didn't know that you weren't a dog person because you're so perfect. You never let your hair down. I
Message.
I didn't know, it always feels like we're on a 2-year first date.
Dude, that's a
line.
devastating
Yeah,
line,
that was a
man.
good line.
It's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Like, whoever wrote that line, like, yo, that they heard someone say that to them before. They were like, yeah, I remember when John said
But
that
you
shit.
think they would have had this conversation before now?
Especially,
Yeah,
Two years.
Yes.
Exactly.
You're together for 2 years.
Why are you
like,
stringing them along for 2 years?
okay.
She's too perfect.
This is, yeah, I 100% agree with that. This is my whole thing about proposing. 3 out of the 4 of us here are married. So this is a thing, Terrence, that you probably, well, I'm sure you have not experienced yet, which is like, there's the weird, I never understood this. There's this weird, like, when the person is about to propose, kind of, but then it's like a weird secret that everyone knows,
Yeah, some open
including
secret.
you, and then you're supposed to act surprised. It's always so weird to me. I'm just like, why? You should never ask anyone to marry you that you don't already know the answer to.
Right.
Like that whole TV movie thing where it's like, will you marry me? And the person's like, oh, what? I never thought about this. I don't know. Let me think about it. No, that it should be yes. Or if they say no,
yeah, it should be a formality.
yeah, it's strictly a formality. But yeah, just this idea of she thought, well, yeah, I just thought you were going to propose, and he's like, wait, what? Like you shouldn't be that far away from each other in viewpoints. It just seems odd to me.
Yes, take it from someone with experience on the matter. Don't propose to someone without making sure they want to get married.
It's not about Erica.
No, not about Erica. Thankfully, that person didn't want to get married because I got married to my soulmate.
Oh, look at this. Look at this motherfucker. Look. It's all cute and everything. I'm going to edit all that out. It don't even matter. Nah, go ahead.
So she breaks up with Clint. And
he's a good guy in this scene.
He is.
Quite frankly, I feel like this is on her.
100%.
This is
I'm like, again, like, what the fuck is wrong?
But then it's miscommunication too. Like, I think what he did was right. He was honest, but there was lack of miscommunication throughout the whole relationship. If he had told her sooner, I think she would have loosened up a little and been more carefree.
Yeah, what does he say? Like, we never even got, like, buck wild in the shower or anything like that. I'm like, damn, in 2 years, dog?
right.
You don't want to get her hair messed up.
See, come on, man. Just get your head. Look,
Put
your
a
mom
shower cap on.
Right.
You don't put a shower cap on.
All right. Why don't you just tell your mom come over early on Saturday, have your fun on Friday. Don't put a shower cap on and shower. That shit ain't sexy. Come on, girl, we about to get in the shower. Hold on while I put my grandma's shower cap on. I'll put on my moo-moo before we go to bed, too. Like, oh, come on. You're killing me. Just saying. You got your mom on deck? She come out, yeah?
Yeah, how close does the mom live? That's too close.
No, don't pop in at 5 a.m. to do my hair.
Right.
No, go home. Be with your Kmart model husband.
So Violet shows up to work. She's all disheveled. She gives this very poor performance. And who is the guy in this scine?
Is it JB Smooth or
Or
is
is
it?
it
No, it's
John
John
Sally?
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I was
John
like,
Sally.
wait a minute, because that
JB Smooth or DB Woodside or Morris Walnut or whoever.
Yeah,
Bald
at
up like
first
this.
I thought it was JB Smooth.
Yeah,
but
when he didn't say anything, I'm like, what the fuck is JB Smooth doing
And then
in
it
this movie?
spoke. And I'm like,
oh,
that certainly isn't JB Smooth. Because I understood every word that came out of his mouth.
Can you imagine if it was? It would be so random. Like, I like JB Smooth, but he should not be in the scene at all.
So yeah, she gives this poor performance in front of John Sally, and her boss tells her to take some time off because you're fucking up at work. So Violet goes off and she's shopping to try and take her mind off of things, and she catches Zoe stealing clothes out of a department store. Random. And
Pretty random.
And she pulls her up and is like, "Don't steal, little girl. It's against the law." And they both walk out, but Zoe still had something like stashed somewhere. So Dad comes over, Will comes over, and he's like, what? I'm trying not to hit you, girl, but you're making it hard for me. And Violet's like, well, hold on now, you don't necessarily know. And just like, you got any kids? No, stay out of it then.
Yeah, I was like, God damn. I mean,
are you natural? No, stay out of it then.
he had a little bit of a Hotep chef sort of situation going on.
Yeah.
Next chapter. So before we get to the next chapter, Violet sees a couple having fun. This black couple having fun, and the black woman has curly blonde hair. So that gives Violet an idea. We cut to the next chapter. Blonde. She tries a new blonde look, one that I do not like.
Again, she's a 9 at this point.
Yeah, I mean, look, I ain't that bad, but I would prefer. That's my preference. No all blonde hair, like highlights.
Yeah, highlights are okay.
You good, but no blonde hair like that. That's just no.
Her friend is really attractive. Her friend with the like a natural photo.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
No, I didn't know. Like I know you're 12.5%. I didn't know if you were interested in Becky with the blonde face or like bland face.
So her and her girls go out, have some fun.
Well, first they make
Violet,
her change out of her like
yeah
grandma dress.
Yeah, because Violet is like, Vala's like, this blonde hair is fuck me hair. And her black friend is like, that dress ain't a fuck me dress. You better stop with the casual Friday dress and get me
The Hawaiian shirt of dresses.
right. So yeah, they all change. They go out, have a night on the town.
She is dressed. I'm sorry, she is dressed like a thought. I'm sorry.
That was the goal.
Yeah, no, look, I don't want to offend anybody. Look,
She's single now. She's trying to, get a man or get a whatever, and
she was trying to get laid. Yeah.
Exactly.
And look, here's the thing. She was dressed like a thought. I didn't think she was attractive. I didn't think she looked great.
So she meets this white guy, makes a fool of herself.
Falls right on her face.
Falls just directly on her face. And later on, the guy is like, oh, your hair told me everything I needed to know about you. The fact that you're blonde and you fell flat on your fucking face.
Yeah, you seem easy.
Yeah.
This basically was his implication.
Yeah. She goes home with him, though. She goes home with him. They make out for a little bit. They have a funny scene of she's trying to be like wild and crazy and spontaneous, so she rips the guy's shirt off.
I'm like,
Yo, this shirt was $80.
yo, that's the exact thing I said when I was like, yo, my nigga, this shit was like $70. You just ripped all the buttons off my shit.
That's my club shirt, lady. What are you doing?
Right, exactly.
Like, you don't pay for this? Shit. Well, granted, she probably didn't have to. Look at his house.
Yeah, look at that house.
Ridiculous.
That house
Or
with just
apartment or whatever the fuck.
the
No, it's
house,
a
house.
with just a random jar of honey sitting next to the sink.
That's where I
Yeah.
keep mine. In case
Next to
somebody
the
wants to
faucet.
rub it onto my chest. This is not a thing that ever happens.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't put honey all over. Like that's just a little too messy, isn't it?
I just okay, so I'm not a huge food and sex person. Like it's just not my thing. But I get it. Honey seems like the wrong
Yeah,
choice,
yeah.
man.
Wrong
That's
choice.
not
Yeah.
what you want.
Like, look, I don't have a lot of taco meat, as they say, on my chest, but I got enough that one strand getting pulled out with some honey would be one too many. Like, nah, yo, don't do that.
You don't have any.
Don't do that. Yeah, honey is not a good choice.
No.
Too rich.
She's like, I can't do this. I'm embarrassed. So
She headbutted him. She was rubbing the honey on his chest and getting a little too excited and fucking slipped and headbutted him, which is the second time she's fallen into this
That's
guy.
a hard head because she busted his shit all over and she was fine.
Yeah, he was like, "You're bleeding." He was like, "He didn't want to fuck." Yeah, he didn't want to fuck the vibe up. He was like, "Just a little bit, just a little bit." Like, no, look, we could still have sex with this knot on my head. It's fine. And then she got sad and cried, and then got honey in her own hair.
Yeah, which is not cool.
See, this is why you don't use it.
so she leaves and
Sad.
she gets an Uber and gets some advice from the Uber driver. And the Uber
That
driver,
guy's a
That's
comedian.
George Wallace.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
Comedian. I was like, what the fuck? What's random ass?
JB Smooth's in this movie. George Wallace.
That's crazy. And George Wallace gives some poignant advice. She's like, well, he hurt my feelings, and was like, you broke up with a man for 2 years because he hurt your feelings.
Oh, yeah, that's
What's
rich.
wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
What kind of
Yeah, he's
nonsense
like, he
is
ain't
that?
hit you, did he? He didn't yell at you.
Did he
Like,
cheat on you?
No.
You just hurt your feelings, huh?
Yeah. Sadly, those things happen, unfortunately.
Apparently. So she tells the Uber driver to go to Clint's hospital, and because she wants to try and patch things up. She goes there and she sees Clint
She's mad drunk, dude.
hugging and kissing up on a female doctor, and Clint comes over and is like, "Hey, baby, it's not what you think what it is." And I didn't understand this scene, right? Like,
Yeah, I didn't get it.
he
either.
acts like he got caught cheating,
That's how she acts towards him.
and that's how she acts towards him. Like, did you sleep with her? It's like,
You guys broke up.
we
so
were
why?
broken
yeah.
up.
We were on a break,
Yeah.
right? This is what Ross had been screaming about for seasons. But also, he's like, it's not what it looks like. Yo, she was feeding you, dog. Like, yes, it is. It's exactly what it looks
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
I'd be like, sorry. Look, you're weird. I don't know what you want me to do. This woman, I've been on 2 dates with her. I was only on one with you for 2 years. Sorry.
Like, did he sleep with her?
Probably.
Because she says you slept with her, Clint, and he's like,
Well, he didn't deny it.
Yeah.
He's like,
you
yes,
right?
Yes, I did. Like, what do you want?
have you seen me?
Pretty much.
Like, all right.
Relax, Erica. Relax.
So it's like, all right. So I just found this whole interaction weird.
It was very strange.
Like it didn't make sense. These two go well together because neither one of them makes sense.
Okay, how long have they been broken up? Do we have any semblance of time?
No,
Because her hair started to grow back.
No.
Well, it wasn't completely. It wasn't.
Yeah.
They were just kind of it fell out.
Probably like a week
And she got
or
a
two.
weave, and then she got her natural hair blonde. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, the reason why I asked because there's a whole closet of his stuff. Come get your shit. We're broken up. Why is how are all your shirts that are $80, like because she ripped the other dude's shirts off, right? I assume that's the cost. Why are all of your clothes still there?
Right.
Like I would think, all right, we broke up. By the weekend, stuff is gone, right? Like I gotta go. I don't trust it. I don't trust you're not gonna Angela Bassett my shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't trust it.
Yeah.
But
see
she
my
would
nose?
have no reason to do that because she broke up with him.
Again,
She was like, "Get out."
I don't
because
trust
you
it,
hurt my feelings.
which is ridiculous.
Because you
That's
gave me
all
a
the reason
dog.
that's all the reason you need.
To burn some dude's clothes.
You gave me a dog, nigga?
Everyone knows that's the deleted scene from Waiting to Exhale. She was given a dog instead of her husband cheating.
So at home, drunk, Violet starts to pack all of Clint's stuff in a box. And this is the scene. This is the scene where Sanaa Lathan shaves her hair.
Yeah, it's a one take.
Yeah,
Can't screw this one up.
take, man.
Right.
And this is speak to this. This is powerful for women, yes, because the stereotype is that when a woman breaks up with a man, they do the big chop to
Cut that man right out of your
cut
hair.
the man out the hair and to start over.
No, that's not always the case. You don't do the big chop because of a man. You do the big chop because you're ready for change. I don't like the scene because she's doing it while she's drunk, so it's like impulsive. Not every woman just impulsively chops their hair for a big chop. They think about like, okay, should I go this route or not? And here it just makes it seem like, she's trying to be so different than the way Clint wanted her to be. She's like, okay, I'll just do this. But that's not normally how it is. Women take time to decide, okay, am I actually going to do this or not? Because of like in that one scene with the other woman, men aren't going to like me because I don't have long straight hair anymore.
Right.
So this scene, I'm glad she shaved her head, but I just don't like how it came about. She was just so sloppy drunk that she just didn't even realize what she was doing until the next morning.
Which is a hilarious.
Yeah. With her mom. Yeah.
Like my whole problem with this up until this point, when she shaved her head, I'm like, we don't know if this is how Clint wanted her to be.
I doubt it.
No, I mean, like with the long hair and all that. Like, is this?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, definitely not this.
Yeah.
Not that, but like how she was, and he was like, I don't even really know you all that well, but like,
And he probably wasn't referring to her hair. He was just referring to her personality in general.
as in whole, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the fuck is the problem? Like, I didn't understand why we were supposed to look at him as the bad guy up until this point. I'm like, I don't. What
That's
did he
a good
do
point.
wrong?
But then it goes to Michael saying, you blame it on the guy, and that's why you do this impulse shave, because you're just blaming it all on the guy instead of looking at yourself and seeing, okay, what did I do wrong or should have done differently?
It felt like something was missing.
Yeah,
The movie was only like an hour and a half long, right?
Yeah, that's pretty short.
So it seemed like something was missing. I'm like, I'm not understanding.
Yeah, I never.
I don't understand their relationship. Like you said, like they don't make any sense.
They don't make any sense. They don't make any sense together. And I never saw Clint as the bad guy until like the very end.
Very end.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like,
When he says at the end, I was just
Yeah.
like, okay.
Right.
okay, now you're the film. I'm like, okay, his character was stupid.
Yeah.
Just throughout the whole movie, it just didn't add up to me.
Luckily, he's not in it that long.
Yeah. But yeah, she goes bald. And next morning,
She doesn't do a very good job of getting the back of her neck, which, by the way, is the hard part for me as well. It takes a little time.
she
Got to get your spouse to check it out for you.
she goes to sleep, and she wakes up the next morning. She is freaked out.
That scene where she's just like, this is just funny to me.
Mom comes over unannounced. Oh no, I think she called her mom
Yeah, she called
and
her.
her dad, right? So mom comes over first because apparently mom is 2 doors down. And,
care for that.
And she faints. She was just like,
That's expected. Though. I would have thought nothing less for this.
Yeah, for this
mom.
particular
Yeah.
mom. Yeah, she
Or curse her out like, what the fuck? Why? You know.
Yeah,
I like that Ernie Hudson's just kind of like, what's up?
yeah. What's
I don't even know he noticed. He was just like, yeah, you good. You got the head for it.
Yeah, that was funny when he was just like, because I had mentioned, oh well, she got the head for it, and Ernie Hudson was like, you got the head for it, so go ahead.
I mean, one thing I will say about this movie, which is really positive, like her relationship with her, obviously black father is really good.
Yeah,
He is easily the most balanced, reasonable person in her life.
yeah,
He's just like, look, you're gonna be all right. And I liked his whole idea of like, you've been building towards this. This is not some manic crazy thing. I mean, on his face, it certainly is, right? Like, I'm sad, you got drunk, but yeah, like you've been trying to find yourself, and this is a kickstart on that road. So, yeah, I know Ernie Hudson played it I thought he played this role really well.
yeah.
He might be a super underrated actor who didn't really get any acknowledgement until much older in his career, much later in his career.
Yeah. So Violet goes to work, and she's distraught. She sits in the bathroom and cries, and stranger comes in, and she's like, "Can I use the bathroom? Can I use the crying stall?"
No.
And they start chatting each other up, and the stranger is like, "Hey, maybe you should come to my support group." So to help you, get through whatever you're going through. Violet goes to the support group, and oh shit, it's a support group for people with cancer.
Yeah, that was like,
That was hilarious.
this feels very Fight Club-ish.
And Violet's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I do not need to be here because you all got real problems. I'm just mad that my man ain't with me no more."
I'm just saying.
Right, I'm single. My feelings are hurt. You guys got cancer.
Right. Like, I'm going to be all right.
And the group leader gives her words of encouragement. She's just basically like, "Look, you bald, own that shit."
Yeah. And that was kind of dope, right? Like it turned from a scene that I thought could have easily been just like a really awkward, like, oh, you're the cancer thing, that's strange, into another woman being like, yeah, I get it, you're not really supposed to be here, but let me give you this actual poignant advice, which I thought was great. And it's true. Like what I see, especially older women who have shaved their heads because of cancer, right? Or lost their hair because of cancer. And they're not wearing a wig, and they're just like, fuck it, like, it is what it is. I don't know, like, I begrudgingly, because, like, my grandmother was a cancer survivor. Like, she didn't lose her hair, though. But, I begrudgingly, I'm kind of, not begrudgingly, but I'm just like, that's kind of dope. Like, like, fuck it, I don't really care what society thinks. I'm going to wear this as a badge of honor. Yeah, if you rock it, like any hairstyle, if you rock it with confidence, it'll work. 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
She rocked it with heels, Terrence.
Yeah, see?
Heels.
This fucking guy, I tell you.
Man, they just
Every-
never really did anything for me.
Every week I find out how that 12.5% has really affected you in terrible, terrible ways.
White men love heels. So what are you talking about?
Yeah, but it mixed with whatever you got going on over there. It's fucking you up. Get out of here. I figured out a way to blame
White
you.
men apparently really like high heels.
No, I think it's most dudes, man. No, I think you are definitely on an island.
I don't get it.
Yeah,
Again,
you on an island, dog.
I'm not looking at the heels. I'm looking at the legs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the heels accentuate
the legs. He's so
I don't believe you.
he's so indignant. Like, not buying it.
Eh,
Science. Fuck out of here.
So,
that's science.
Yes, it is.
Is it?
It's a type of science. It's ass science. Calm down.
so Violet goes into work with a newfound sense of confidence. She's talking to her boss because she's like, "I want this count," and the boss says some cruddy shit. He was like, when I told you to go get your head straight, this isn't what I had in mind.
right.
Like, all right,
Yeah.
all right, you piece of
That
shit.
goes to your background of like white folks and not having natural hair instead of it being like European hair.
Right.
That comment was like right there, like, oh shit, she shaved her head.
Right, like you gotta.
You're crazy.
Right, and like,
Bad.
I'm like, really, dog? You talking about somebody? You got an Ellen DeGeneres haircut? Get the fuck out of here! Come on. Also, you're wearing a blue shirt with a white collar. Get out of my face. It's the worst look. I'll never do that. One color. Anyway, continue.
And not only did he say that, he said if you fuck up, she asks for a certain account,
Their bigger
the Amber
account.
Lager account, and he says if you fuck it up, I want you to go back to the old you all the way back. Like, you got to grow your hair
fuck
out. I was
you,
like, nigga,
yo.
fuck off.
Right, you can't.
I was like,
isn't that
you
illegal?
you can't tell me how to wear my hair, dog. Like, get out of here.
Can I?
And
I'm a white man.
I understand that some places they won't hire you if your hair looks a certain way. You got to get your hair changed a certain way, and that's again, I don't like that shit.
Yeah,
I really don't like that.
No, I mean, again, that's what I'm saying. That's what I said earlier. Like, black women's hair is politicized for them, not even whether they choose to or not. So I don't know. It's ridiculous.
They hang out. The friends hang out. They're like, "Ooh, girl, you got your hair shaved," and I noticed that did the white girl run her hands through the?
They both did.
They both did.
They both did.
But they're friends. They're
Yeah,
friends.
yeah. No, I feel like you're allowed if that's the case.
Yeah, they better be, because I know some of your white friends. They better not do that to your hair.
They do. I don't mind.
Who are they? Where they at?
They're friends. Sorry, babe. It's not just you.
Oh, damn.
So
Yeah, you guys have an open hair relationship.
Like, have you ever had someone do that? Well, have you always
when I was
had
a kid,
Yeah.
like, hey, Sprout.
No, not like that. I mean, can I touch your hair?
Oh no.
To a little boy? To a little boy? Say
No, to like if as a grown up, like not as a grown up, but as like an older person.
No.
No, what the fuck kind of pedophile shit is that? No.
Like I was on the bus years ago, and this old white woman. I had an afro. I was an old white woman. Was like, "Can I touch your hair?" I was like,
oh, okay.
No.
Because you had a fro.
I was like, "No, you can't." No. She's like, "Oh, it looks so soft." I'm like, "It is." No, you can't touch my hair. That was my only experience. And then now I listen to.
Yeah,
I forgot what the fuck her name was. Solange. Don't touch my hair.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
There you go. That shit is very strange. So I like
it's
on
odd.
that front. I completely understand where black women are coming from when people ask them to touch their hair. Like why?
I had a regular. No one ever asked me anything.
It's like
Can I touch your scalp?
Right, like it's not that interesting at all.
like that shit is fucking weird.
Oh, nice part. Like, back in when I was in
Right, like, can I run my finger through the part in your hair? I just want to feel what it's like. Nah,
don't do that.
Fuck off.
Get out of here. Are you a licensed barber? Get out of my face then.
Yeah, my barber was barely a licensed barber.
That's why you're bald.
Yeah, ain't hell. Ain't hell with nothing.
Zoe writes Violet an apology letter, and Violet pays her
I
a
was like,
visit.
sorry for almost getting you arrested.
And having you go bald. Almost go bald. That's strike two for you,
Like, this little girl, you are fucking up. She's adorable, though.
She is. She befriends Zoe and her dad, Will. At one point, Violet is giving Zoe, words of encouragement, basically like, don't let nobody steal your shine and all that stuff.
Keep your head on a swivel.
And then Will and Violet start discussing the role that society plays in hair appreciation. And I thought this was a really good. This, I think, is where most of what you were looking for is just kind of concentrated.
Yeah, it's only concentrated in like one or two scenes.
Yeah. It would be nice, but, I also understand that, they want people to watch this movie.
It's not a documentary. So,
Right.
I
It's
mean,
not
I get
a
it.
documentary.
Watch Good Hair, Terrence.
Oh, I think you've seen it.
I've seen it.
Yeah. So Violet basically starts dating Will. And that's
Lucky Will.
lucky Will. So Violet's mom, does anybody know her name? Her character's name?
Bitchy mom.
Yeah, Lynn Whitfield comes over and
Yeah, I don't think she really has a character name.
Pauletta.
Pauletta.
Yeah.
She looks like a Pauletta.
Wow, that is a
Pauletta.
black ass name.
Pauletta, right? But from an arrogant ass dude named Paul.
Yeah, that's my daughter, Pauletta. All right, yo, come on, dog. Couldn't come up with anything else? No.
And
Paul Jr. and Pauletta.
And so she comes over. It's a funny little scene. She comes over and she has our Target circular ad, And she's like, this is what your father is doing to me. And here's Ernie Hudson in his drawers, just spread out, just modeling like,
Bam!
yeah.
What's up, girl? I used to be a Ghostbuster. Yo, that shit is hilarious.
There's a proton pack joke in there somewhere. I haven't figured it out yet.
I do find it really quite funny, like this recurring joke about him having a big dick. Like it's just hilarious. It's funny. It's not even a joke because there's women who are like, "Oh, I saw your Kmart ad."
Even her friends.
Yeah, you're like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
Next chapter is new growth. And I'm skipping because a lot of this part of the movie is
Wait,
just
is this? Have we skipped over their date when they went to like the botanical gardens?
No, not yet.
No, not yet.
Okay.
But is there something specifically you wanted to talk about?
Just the scene where he takes her to like this special like Mother Earth area, and like he gives her like this scalp oil, and he's like, "Oh, let me rub it in or whatever." I was like, this is date 5, dog. Like you have seen each other naked before you are like intimately rubbing someone's head. Not on the first date. What the fuck?
Well, he's a hairdresser, so you know she's.
All right. Hold on. Okay, the hair rubbing thing, I might be able to let you slide on that. You can't just be like rubbing on like, it's all edible, and then put some on her neck and then start kissing her neck. I'm like, yo, come on.
Smooth move by him,
you don't think that's pretty fast?
I mean, we don't know.
Yeah,
we don't know how long they've been dating.
We know they haven't slept together, but we don't know if they've kissed already or whatever. So,
y'all giving this strange dude a lot of leeway. I feel like Micah's got a couple of guava melon head rubs at home, and that's why this stuff is getting a pass. I see what's happening. It's fine.
It's pineapple, and so,
she didn't say anything. Keep going. Move on.
So. We're in this chapter. It's called New Growth, and Violet's friends make fun of the fact that her dad is half naked on a Target ad. Like that's just a weird scene to me.
That's
just like, like that's my dad.
Yeah, I'd be like, don't do that.
Gross.
It's like my mom.
Behind the scene, together, but not one.
They grabbing a bunch of phallic objects and waving them in her face. Like that's my dad.
Like, get the fuck out of my house. Nah, this is unacceptable.
Yeah, they're being real assholes too. Is it this big?
Yo, that's my dad.
I don't fucking know.
Yo, she's holding up like a zucchini, like, give it to me, daddy. Yo, come on, yo. Don't do that to that woman. That ain't right. That's fucked up. It's hilarious, but it's fucked up.
So Violet invites Will to attend Pauletta's 4th of July party.
I did not like this scene at all.
Oh, this scene made me mad.
Yeah, dude. I'm very angry.
Pauletta's mom is basically just acting like a bitch. And
she's terrible.
She's giving him the 3rd degree. She brings up a guy that she was trying to hook Violet up with.
Who is that actor? He's been in a number of things.
His name is like Ronrico somebody. He was on Survivor's Remorse.
Yeah, Survivor's Remorse.
Yeah,
but he's been in something a long time before, like the Cosby Show.
I swear to God, that dude has looked the same
Yeah,
for
he
like
has
25 years.
Yeah, because he's got like a mustache now or something, but he used to be like pretty clean shaven, I thought.
He's had that.
Yeah, he's
okay.
That Alfonso, what's his name?
Alfonso Ribeiro.
Yeah.
He looks like he could play Carlton in a reboot of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He's dressed like him. Gerard.
So yeah, he's
wow, that guy really hasn't aged at all.
Yeah, he used to look the same for a very long time.
Yeah. So yeah, her mom is acting like a bitch, right? And Violet is kind of trying to she's preventing Will from saying what he really does for a living because, black mom, she just cares about what the guy does, right? Like you go from a doctor to a hairdresser, like
with the kid.
He was on Sister. That's where I recognize him.
Really?
Yes.
Was it?
Long ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, there you go.
Playing who?
His role as
brother?
Tariq Scott on Sister.
Okay.
From
Yeah,
that long ago?
exactly,
What
yeah.
the fuck?
Was he in love with one of the sisters or something?
Yeah, he was one of their boyfriends.
I think I remember him.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's 1,000 years old. This dude's a vampire, dude.
Yeah, like a swole
think he's in his early
Carlton Banks
40s.
vampire.
He's 3 years older than me. So, yeah, he's early 40s. And he's looked the same since he was 14, apparently. Anyway, go ahead.
So where am I? Oh yeah. So yeah, the mom's being a bitch. Will is insulted by Violet's mom and the fact that Violet appears embarrassed by Will's career.
You cannot do that.
So Will rolls out and tells Violet that you need to get yourself sorted out because you don't know what you want. I don't know what you want. Nobody knows what you want. Like, go figure yourself out. I got a daughter. And I'm trying to do what is right for my daughter, and I don't need you fucking things up.
Right. And look, I got this battery idea I'm trying to get off. And one day, it's going to come through. It's going to come through. And she was like, all right.
$700,000.
Yeah. By the way, I'm going to a trailer. Don't come by later. Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong. Like, all the guys in all her dating situations up to this point are not wrong about her, right? Like, her being a hyper perfectionist, she kind of lets go of that, and when she meets Lyric Ben's character, but yeah, she's still holding on to that perfectionist. I gotta have everything is like right down the line. Yeah, he's a hairdresser. Like, okay, he's a hairdresser. He owns his own salon. Is that not enough?
Yeah, he's an entrepreneur.
She let his mom stick up for him, and it feels like she's also not only a perfectionist, but trying to prove to her mom that she's a perfectionist and doesn't want to go against what her mom says. Right. Which is frustrating. You're a grown woman. You say what you want to say and speak your mind. If you like him, you like him. Mom, accept it or not.
Right. But again, like, it's not as if he's a bum. Right. He has a business.
But he has a kid. Oh, no.
He has a kid. I'm like, yo, y'all black people in your 40s. Yeah. Like, yeah, it's real hard to find somebody who doesn't have a kid when you're in your 40s. Like, come on now. Stop it.
Yeah, her character made me so fucking mad. Like, throughout the entire movie. Like, it just drives me. I can't stand that character in movies. And that trope
is lame. Doesn't she play a similar character in Greenleaf?
Yes, she does.
Yeah. Did she play a similar character in what was the name of that movie? With Martin Lawrence?
From the 90s. Oh, yeah.
Between the thin line, a thin line between love and hate. Yeah. No, she's not an overbearing mom. She's just a
is she a bitch?
yeah. She is an overbearing person. Yes.
Yeah.
But she was like super duper fine, and so Martin was like, "I mean, you get on my nerves, but I'll be back tomorrow." Like,
when is typecasting? When is it typecasting, and when is it just real?
Well, all right, let's not go there. But I think Lynn Whitfield might be kind of a bitch in real life. I don't know. She might have tendencies, but I like her as an actress.
Yeah, she's very good at what she does, and what she does is not very nice.
Yeah, there you go. It's the nicest way to put that.
Yeah. We see Violet.
What's that? The Wolverine of actresses.
Right.
Yeah. I'm the best at what I do.
We see Violet at her job, and she's pitching an advertising campaign for a beer commercial. Earlier, when she was sitting with her friends, trying to come up with the idea, her friends were like, "Yeah, why don't you use real women? Because real women like drink beer and buy this stuff, not these skinny supermodel, broads that we see on TV." And so Violet goes and she pitches this thing, and Ellen DeGeneres hair guy is like, "Hey, okay, well, what kind of people were you seeing for the characters?" And she's just like, real regular, like, anybody you could just walk off the street, and because those are the people that buy this stuff. And it's, I mean, it couldn't be any more blatant, right? But it's funny. You have the two women of color pitching that idea, and you have the two dude-bro white guys are like, "Bro, here's my idea. Here's my idea for a beer commercial, right? We get a schlubby guy drinking beer, and then 4 tits just come in his face because he's drinking their beer, right? Yeah, bro. All right.
There's a stud, and there's the nerd." And I'm like, all right.
And the nerd gets the chicks, right? Because nerds want chicks.
Beer. And did we mention boobs? Yeah, we got boobs. And they're just like, they literally like high five at them. You fucking down, bro. What? And by the way, those are like 90% of beer commercials are like that.
All of them. Or they just got a bunch of horses riding through the fucking snow or some dumb shit like that.
Yeah, but why are they going to like a snow cabin?
I don't understand this.
Right. Like, no one's ever seen a Clydesdale in real life. That's not going to make me want to drink a beer looking at a Clydesdale.
Oh, that horse is really big. I'll take 2. It's not a thing.
So she loses that, and she's just like, you know what? I'm done. I quit. It's time for a change.
Yeah, like right to their
The
face.
guy's
Too.
like, we're going to go with their pitch. I'm like, nigga, she was like, that's literally every fucking big commercial on television.
Right.
You're like, hey, wow, break.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I'm like, nigga,
Then why am I pitching you anything?
what the fuck is the point?
So she quits. We see her at home.
This is my favorite scene, guys.
Just jamming. Like she's listening to something. And she's just dancing and jamming and singing and stripping and all that good stuff.
Now, here's the thing. Some of Sanaa Lathan's dance moves are not great. However, she looks to be having fun, which is cool.
Yeah. And look, as not great as they are better than Mary J. Blige.
Oh, damn. Her Frankenstein walking, fighting with a lightsaber.
That shit was fucking funny.
It's accurate.
So, ex-boyfriend Clint shows up to get his things. Apparently, he still had a key. Yeah, how much time has passed? Because
this is what I'm saying, dude.
She had a full length of hair, cut it all off, had it grow back, and he's still getting stuff out of her apartment.
Yeah, like that needs to be weekend 1, dude.
Yeah. There's a gag about him wearing a pea-stained shirt because he came in and picked up Lola, and Lola was like, ah, and pissed on him. And instead of
dogs are good, man.
And instead of, I don't know, changing the shirt, he just kept it on.
Well, no, he takes a shower.
Well, I mean, before.
Yeah.
Before.
Look, okay, doesn't make sense. You're not requesting to take a shower at your ex's house like that. Like, oh, let me take a shower. Go home. Right. Just go home in your piss shirt. Like, you're not taking public transportation. You have a car. Just drive home in your piss shirt.
And if he's got a key, he could have just changed his shirt.
Thank you. That's what I'm getting at.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You could have just changed the shirt, yo. You didn't have to walk. Why'd you walk around with a pea-stained shirt?
I don't know.
You're getting your clothes from this place. Just burn this and
throw that into the bonfire that was already roasting the rest of your clothes. Just throw it in there. It's fine.
But they reconcile in the best way possible by having a couple shower with steaming hot water, the right way you are supposed to take a shower. and the next morning.
We just had a really funny conversation about this on another show. That's funny.
The next morning, Violet comes to terms with her hair and now feels that she can focus on other parts of herself, right? Like she's kind of accepted it and she's kind of come full circle. Meanwhile, Clint proposes. Well, during this conversation, he's like, so does that mean you aren't growing your hair back? Or, I mean...
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
like, I don't know, Ricky. Any black person named Ricky in a movie deserves to get shot in the back with a shotgun. I'm just saying.
I would say that it's okay if it happens.
But Clint proposes. They plan to get married in 3 months.
I have a question. What has changed between the time that they broke up
Nothing.
and the shower sex scene? He still knows nothing about her.
Right.
But she's more carefree. She's,
because they just
bang.
saw her
Exactly.
dance.
And saw exactly.
That's what it was.
And saw
I'm
her
like,
dance.
so this is
Yeah.
it. That's what I'm like. What the? That's it.
Yeah.
That's all it took, my nigga. Like I don't. Again,
a little
relationship is stupid.
twerking.
A little twerking and a little shower banging, and he was like, "That's all. Look, this is all I needed."
I'm going to marry you.
Now I know you. It's not a first date anymore.
Wow.
It's a second date.
A juvenile, right? Yeah, she's very quick, man. Like a juvenile song and sex in the shower for 15 minutes before you get too hot and you feel like you're gonna have a heart attack. That was all between getting a chihuahua in a diamond ring. That is an amazingly short amount of distance. But okay. And then he didn't even ask her with a real ring. Wasn't it like an onion
It was
ring?
an
Onion ring. But he also never said, I like you with short hair. Did you guys notice that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why he said, like,
That's why
so
he
does he
said
mean
so.
you're not going to grow your hair back?
It's
Like,
like, so do you really like it or not?
They plan to get married in 3 months. Zoe,
Birkenstocks.
Violet invites Zoe to their engagement party. And Violet is nervous because she's meeting Clint's parents for the first time.
After 2 years, you haven't
After
met
2 years,
Yeah, that's crazy.
Never met
you
her parents
never met his parents? That's weird.
ever.
How long did it take you guys to meet each other's parents?
Pretty soon since your parents are
Yeah,
here.
since my parents are,
Yeah, local.
you
Like a
know,
couple months.
down the street.
Couple of months.
And then a couple of months later, he came to Florida and met mine.
Right. Yeah. Your mom lives out in
Yeah.
such states. That makes sense.
Not somebody's 2 years.
2 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious, man.
Maybe they live across the pond.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, because
Possibly.
they live
they had
across
to
the
fly?
pond, but they didn't hire 2 black British actors because those parents ain't say
They
shit.
say a goddamn word. Hi. Are they gonna say anything? They just looked at like those parents look like dicks because they didn't say anything to anybody. I was like, y'all not gonna speak?
Because this dude, like, I'd like to think there is a side bit to this movie is that this dude is not really British.
He's
Lying. And he hired those 2 black actors and he was like, don't say nothing.
He
Shut
doesn't have a stereotypical British accent either. I didn't know he's British. I had to look it up. I was like, what is that accent?
Yeah, because he doesn't sound like he's from South London. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you plan on getting your hair back?
He doesn't have the Idris
He's just
Elba.
like a fucking gross Cockney accent. Ugh. But he weirdly slipped into an American accent. Early on, I was like,
Wait, what?
wait, where is it? It was like, which one is fake? Because I've only seen him use an American accent in American Gods. And so I wasn't sure. And then I thought, well, maybe he is British and he slipped into an American accent because he's around a bunch of Americans and he's like used to doing shows with them. And he's like, oh shit, nah. Hello. Like, yeah, like it's just screwed up.
While getting ready for the party, Clint is nervous and he asks Violet to straighten her hair. And at that point, I'm just like, all right,
That was messed up.
damn it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're
Now
the villain.
Now we're
Uh,
supposed to hate
okay,
you. All
fine.
right.
But here's the thing. She looked really nice already.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
Her hair's curly. Like it's not like she's got like the big, what are the knots or what are they called?
The Bantu knots.
They're like Bantu knots. It's not like she has something like that where like this asshole's like, well, is that the thing you could do? Change it. Like her hair's just short and curly.
It's
Like,
really cute short.
yeah, like I just didn't understand. It's not. Seemingly there's nothing controversial about it. By the way, her hair straightened like this looks ridiculous.
Yeah, I didn't really like this look.
No,
Yeah, I wasn't feeling it.
no, she is an
Yeah.
8 in this scene, and it's fucking disturbing. Come on, Jesus. Yeah, I don't like that haircut at all.
Apparently, she didn't either.
Yo,
And,
they didn't say anything.
They literally just sat there like,
Mom, Dad, this is my fiance.
yeah, they just look fucking mad.
Right.
You mad
Meanwhile,
at the
Ernie
fire?
Hudson has got like he's holding court. What's up, ladies? Y'all see my Target ad?
So Violet, at the party, Violet is tired of standing in those shoes, and she sits down and she starts falling back into her "I need to be perfect" phase, and she's eventually confronted by Clint and Pauletta and Ernie Hudson's character. And she basically says that she wishes that she had the courage to not care what other people think about her. And she starts comparing herself to Zoe, and she, that little girl is so brave. Like nobody, she doesn't give a damn, and I want to be like that. And she starts reminiscing about a time in her past when her, basically why didn't you love me for me, mommy? Like, why do you want me to look like a porcelain doll or whatever, right? And the mother's like, I was hard on you so that you can marry a man like Clint. I'm like, yo, come on, Linwood,
Yeah.
man, what is your problem?
Yo, I'm sitting right here.
Yeah. Not to be yourself and be independent and strong, but just so you can marry a doctor
Right.
Yeah.
and suck it up.
I mean,
Suck it up.
I think a lot of people, reason like that.
He wasn't even a doctor yet. He was a resident.
Good point.
Eventually.
Yeah, he eventually going to be a doctor, but the same. Whose house is this, by the way?
It looks like the
did they,
mansion in the
rent it out?
X-Men movies. That house is gorgeous, by the way. It's ridiculous, though.
Violet then is like, man, bump this. I want to get in that pool and I'm going to jump in. And she does. And she jumps in the pool, and everybody else follows suit. One woman was like, Gladys, I ain't been in a pool in like 50 years.
Which, by the way, sad, but also a hilarious bit of dialogue.
Ernie Hudson grabs Lynn Whitfield and is like, you know what's about to happen, right? And she's like, no. And then apparently Ernie Hudson's ginormous dick gets hard enough to push her into the pool, and he jumps in. And they reconcile. And it was funny because we were watching this and we were like, Lynn Whitfield's hair didn't look that thin. Like, and then all of a sudden you see that it was a wig. Like, she pulled the wig out. But yeah, man. And Violet swims over and she looks at Clint, and Clint is just he has a sad,
Disgusted look.
Yeah, it's more of a disgusted look.
right. And you brought this up last night. It's like, well, wait a minute. You just said that you didn't, you felt like she was too perfect, and now that she's
being herself.
Right, she's being herself and spontaneous. Now you got a problem with it.
Nah, spontaneous. He said he wanted to have sex in the shower, not you jump in the pool at his parents who don't speak mansion. That's not the type of shit he wanted. I want spontaneous, the shit that I like, not the shit that you like. And that, I mean, I think that's really the crux of it, right? It's all about him. It's not, he doesn't give a shit about her and what she wants.
Right.
Yeah, but we didn't fucking know that until just now.
Right. We didn't.
Yes, I know.
That was the problem. Like, what the fuck? Okay, so
Like, yo,
fine,
he looks.
thank you.
He looks
He's
so mad.
fucking pissed. I'm like,
Not pleased about this at all. The terrible British accent, but yeah, no, he's upset, and all her ghetto family just has to just jump in the pool. Look, I don't know that I'd be all that pleased. I'd be like, yo, really? Like, we was trying to have dinner. What the hell's wrong with y'all?
Yeah. I ain't jumping in no pool in my clothes.
No, I'm not doing that.
I'm not jumping in a pool.
Yeah, you know how to
Yeah.
You just go to the area that you could stand up in.
Yeah.
5 feet or less.
I didn't. 4 feet.
You're 6'1", you can do 5
You can do 5 feet. It's just coming a little too close to your head.
Too close, man. Too close. What if I slip?
What if I slip? What, is it going to be honey on the bottom of the fucking pool? Oh shit.
So last chapter, Nappily, Violet is delivering a pitch to a cosmetics company, John Sally's cosmetics company, for Will's hair care products, and Will is there, and they do a good job, and they leave, and Will tells Violet that he's still a little salty at her, but he feels like he's using her, and she's like, "I'm using you, nigga." Like, I'm using you to get my, business up and running because I believe in this product or whatever. And then Violet walks away, and that's pretty much the end of it. And I like that she's not just with Will now.
yeah,
you know what I mean?
I actually really like that ending. Like, they're not together. They're just kind of like,
Yeah,
Look, maybe,
cool.
and maybe they'll get together.
yeah,
Maybe they
but
won't.
we don't know.
yeah, but we don't know. But because she don't need nobody. She don't need no man.
That's right. And then I assume wherever she is, I assume this is Atlanta because the amount of black women is like super high on this walk. It's like black women of every different hairstyle.
Exactly.
Like there's a black woman with straight hair. There's a couple of straight haired women. They're not black. And then there's like a dude with like a natural, like the curly hair. Like she's like, boom, 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 boom. We're all beautiful. It's like, oh,
She
yeah.
did play the NDR Ree's "I'm Not Your Hair," towards the end or something, because that's basically what it was about. Finding your identity and realizing, it's not
Yeah.
about how my hair looks. It's about my confidence and
Yeah.
independence.
And look, I will say this, and I 100% mean it. She looked better at the end of the movie than she did in the beginning to me. She did. Like that short curly hair and how she was rocking and her confidence and stuff like that. And it wasn't that she wasn't walking away in that look at me kind of thing. She was just walking with confidence, her own self-confidence, and not basing her confidence on others and how they viewed her, which I think is important.
Ricky Whittle needs to stay bald.
Oh.
Yeah, there's
Don't-
one picture of like
Oh,
really
don't
bad.
do it. Yo.
Oh, that's a bad
What is going on?
That's a really
Yo, that is not a good
Look
look.
up Ricky Whittle on Wikipedia, y'all.
Yo, that's on his Wikipedia page. Yo, whoever made that doesn't like
They
it.
did that shit on purpose.
They don't like that dude, man. Yeah, they are not a fan.
Yeah,
Come
he-
on, man.
yeah.
Like, you can't put that picture
This
up.
is even worse. Like he's got the shit going on like at the very top. Of
Oh,
Yeah.
come on. Nah, dog. Shave your head.
Yeah.
No, that's not. That's
show
not.
looking ass nigga. Like, come on, man.
Nah, dude, that is unacceptable. Any parting words?
Ernie Hudson is 72 years old.
He looks really great for
really
72.
good, yeah.
He looks
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah. I met that guy in real life. Like, he's also like a really big guy.
Yeah, he's
he's pretty jacked. Yeah, he's pretty jacked.
Yeah, he's wide, man. Like I ain't fucking with Ernie Hudson.
Apparently, some people are fucking with
He
him.
was in penitentiary.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he was in penitentiary.
Wow, Ernie Hudson is 1,000. Yeah, I know. There's like 5 of them.
I think he was in the first one.
Wow, we should probably do penitentiary. It's been a long time since I've seen it. Okay, any parting words?
Nope.
Erica?
It was good. It was. It reminded me. I meant to say in the beginning of Sanaa Lathan's character with Something New. I don't know if any of you guys saw that. Most
I haven't
people
seen
probably
it.
have. It's a romantic comedy where she dates a white guy, but she's also very pretentious there, and her mom is too. That's
So Lynn Whitfield?
no, unfortunately, it's not Lynn Winfield. But it's just interesting. Her character reminds me of that one a little, and just finding herself too in that one.
Okay.
But overall, it's a good movie.
All right, there you go. Terrence, any parting words?
Nope.
All right.
Enjoy it.
All right, there you go. All right, guys, we will see you next week for preview episode for episode 140.
See you.
Easy.
Bye.
You're watching the Black on Black Cinema YouTube channel. Make sure you check out our full reviews of black movies, past and present. And every other week, we do a preview episode where we talk about a random topic that affects the black community.